sight banned person in DSL history, Ellery.
Welcome, Ellery.
Say hi to the folks.
Well, I guess we went with option 1.
Uh-oh, he's a little gun shy. Um, so, we're live.
We're live.
We're live.
So tonight we have teams. What are the teams?
The teams are Goliaths and Stars.
Stars, right. And on the team for Goliath is Erok, Ferg, Sabien, and Terces. And same for the Stars is Opherion, Crelius, Maccus, and Talik.
I think how I feel about this. I am very confused about me throw this out here. I'm very confused about this lineup by Stars.
Why are you particularly confused about this lineup?
Because there's a noticeable lack of Meteo in this lineup.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but I like Meteo. I think this is I know this is something that not everybody knows about me, because I definitely don't go on and on about it every time it pops up. But I do kind of like that spell. So they do have like they do have a reasonable lineup. So they don't have they don't have an assassin, which is it's always harder with no flash against flash, but they do have two dirt kickers. They do have an Erok with Maccus. Talik can put out a lot of damage. He can carry the flag. Crelius has a lot of health and mana. He's very, very tanky. Maccus has apparently also paid a lot for his character, so I think the only question mark is Opherion. I don't know how stacked that character file is, but okay, so it could be double rake. That could be really frustrating to deal with. Double bard is also a lot of healing power. Weapon toss. Aerial jongs are really good. They do a lot of damage, especially because he's not going to be protected against, and his target is usually not going to have a weapon, because weapon toss is redonkulous. So aerial jongs do a deceptively large amount of damage. Ardict was usually the second most damaging character on our team, just because, like I said, when your targets never have a weapon because of weapon toss, and you have Pugil, you can put out a lot of damage with a super boost.
So my question is, while Dan was picked in this lineup and chose to take himself out, who do you think was the person he swapped in? Do you think Crelius took his place?
I think Grumpf should be in Crelius' place. Yes.
Okay.
I think the thinking was they have a home field advantage. They know they saw Erok in the lineup, and they know they're not going to be able to rely on him. So I think it's a thought out decision on the part of the Stars.
Yeah.
Take out Grumpf.
Yeah, the Warlock does complicate things. Grumpf is not going to be in a good position to. He's a little slower on regrouping and things like that. Might have a harder time not medioing his teammates following the group break.
I'm gonna just pause you for a second. Apparently, nobody can hear us. They can only hear you.
Everyone but Phil is too quiet. So, not sure that I can fix that right this second. Everybody is 10 times more quiet.
Do you have a headset on?
I sure do.
OBS?
Yes.
Probably the same issue I have.
Um,
Might want to unplug the headset and just go on speaker.
I don't have any other way to.
Anyway, 15 seconds. It's all on you, Phil. Do great.
Can't hear them. Yeah, we'll have to try and troubleshoot that between matches here. We got whale oils coming, Misty.
Sabian's
What is?
making sure he's not blind.
Yeah, I'm confused by the whale oil. I feel like this happened the other day too. Somebody came out of the prep room and quaffed whale oils. Like, is it supposed to be like oil of divinity they're trying to quaff, or I don't understand.
I'm not sure.
Because this happened the other night too. Somebody came out of the prep room and was immediately quaffing whale oils.
This is
What?
a slow start.
Yeah.
No one's fighting yet.
What exactly is on the whale oil?
It's a cure blind.
Does it have a secondary?
Alright, Maccus is group broken right away. Crelius is right. Spirit is perforated.
No, it doesn't have any other reason that you would be quaffing it besides to cure a blind.
Kid is adding that it's damaged so you can't be vipered or cause fatted. That's
Okay.
what it's supposed to mean.
So Viper Bite from Bacalai has a secondary effect where if you are at full HP, it does a full paralyze where you can't flee or do anything for an entire tick, and you can get cheesed out of the game really quickly.
It looks like Opherion is being focused
Yeah.
by G.
Which is,
That he just got hit with. I have not seen him gaze.
I'm not sure how I feel about that targeting decision. I guess he is one of the more gettable targets
Talik is on Ferg.
and doing a lot of damage in that round right there.
Yeah, Ferg's already at half.
Wild Elf Blade Singers, if they get to stay in offensive, they can really go to town. Definitely one of
Ferg's special to just take a lot of damage.
the definitely one of the scarier hitters in the game, which is funny because you'd think that would be the Battle Raider position, but not so much.
Blade singers are nasty, but they take a lot of time and effort to get, so it's a reward.
Talik regrouping on a Maccus. Ferg gets a dirt kick.
Ferg's trying to G-con Talik.
That's very questionable. And Talik is beating him up. Talik beating him up for it. So, Stars regrouping in the corner.
I'm seeing that Ferg is not on top of the flashes. The group breakers are coming out, but he's not really blinding stars.
And now they're...
It's always a toss-up on how
Oh.
capable he is on any given night.
Here's the regroup.
Level of inebriation.
Ferg dips back into red, and Talik is just...
He's gotta be using a shield at this point.
Well, I don't think he is. He should be. Yeah. But Talik takes a dispel, or no capitalization on it though. He doesn't. I don't think he took a single hit.
So this team for GG outside of Ferg does not have much damage, and that might be influencing Ferg's decision to stay.
Yeah.
That's an excellent question.
Well, Sabien should be able to put out damage.
Sabien,
Should.
Sabien is, you'll notice this with Sabien, he kind of sticks to one strategy. So I think he's basically a shield.
Okay. Plays a very defensive style as a Scald.
Yes.
Sorry. They can't hear me anyway.
So Sabien definitely targeting Opherion with the roundhouses. But I feel like Stars is actually in a pretty solid position here.
Slowed right now.
They're not.
Yeah, the stars are definitely not doing too bad.
at least so far, Goliath is looking like they're gonna have a hard time dealing with Talik.
Well, so the two teams we've seen really running Warlocks, Magma and then Hydra and Roots, they have a lot of damage to follow it up.
Yeah,
And I think we're seeing that GG does not have that damage coming out.
if you don't have the damage to capitalize on the disruption, then you're not really getting the maximum benefit from it.
You started the damage.
My daughter today wanted to watch Dora.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's Dora's very fitting because I have the map. I have the map.
He said going to Maccus.
Whoa! And Maccus is like, dude, I just want to be friends, and removes him from the group. Oh no. Okay. Oh.
A lot of pain.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Talik used a wand, but it was an elm wand, so we're good. He used an elm wand on himself. So that is legal. That is allowed. That is not a DQ.
You can use wands on yourself.
You can use benediction wands on yourself.
Opherion needs to calm the group and hits a little bit. He does, yes, that's correct. Top left, which is the top left of your keyboard, Opherion.
Or for PK Pros aliases something. IDCC.
That's my cure crit.
Erok breaking groups again. Maccus rescuing Opherion.
So this is interesting. There's actually a lot of mana on both sides here.
There's a lot. There's a lot of mana on both sides.
This is relatively stacked, obviously, seeing it in Terces. It's very hard to say how this is looking right now.
Opherion again with the spam,
There's a flash on Ferg.
and then a failed G-Con. I wonder if he's not weighted, because he keeps failing G-Cons. Very interesting. Or I wonder if he got reduced. No, his team is the one with the Warlock.
Opherions in red now. Looks like Sabien and Ferg are both on it.
Crelius can be slow to respond with heals. So I'll be interested to see what happens from here. Talik regroups.
Yeah, it looks like they're just regrouping quickly.
Yeah. And
Cycle of get group.
yeah, and this is awkward when you're running a double bard strategy and you're constantly being group broken. It means your bard song, your song of healing is constantly getting less efficient. And if you're healing 3 people for the full 65 with song of healing, you're dealing okay still. But if you're only healing 2 people, is really kind of awkward. Like, it's still 2-1 at that point, but it's Ferg lands a G-Con finally.
Erok is blind right now.
And Erok going for since he's blind, he's just going for the quaffing on the cones, getting his damage out that way.
Sabien is dual wielding. He might have been doing that the whole time, I can't tell.
Is he using a parrying dagger?
No,
What is-
Yeah, I have him there.
Oh, okay. I keep flags gagged, so I can have a hard time telling sometimes.
No, I don't gag anything. I see it all.
That's what she said. Crelius regroups. Erok takes a rake. No tossing from him for a while.
You can still toss. He has the
Your
plan.
your salads are safe.
Maccus switches to a shield.
And Crelius is going for the shield disarms while he's right on.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. disarm onto Erok. So nice concerted effort from Stars here, being coordinated, working on Erok, taking advantage of the rakes. So now both the bards are down, but honestly, the two bards are who Stars want to die first. So this is not a bad position for them, I don't think. Terces gets disarmed. Like, if Stars can get both of their bards to die first, and then Talik is still healthy and able to chain people, I think that's a pretty reasonable spot for Stars. This Talik will be able to delay for a long time by being really obnoxious with chains and dirt kicks. And Ferg is taking damage now. Weapon tosses. Terces is having to rescue Ferg. And Opherion goes down. Again, I don't think that's terrible for Stars. I think the position that this game has moved into, Stars losing characters first and getting their bards to be the ones that go down, while Talik is still in white health. All right, this is going to be Talik needs to just delay the capture. Terces, yeah. And I don't know if I like that. I think I would rather get on Terces and try to slow him down that way. Yeah. I think the counter cap is fine though, because you still have Talik there to punish them if they try to dogpile Crelius. Yeah, like they don't have a ton of damage. So, like, what are you going to do? You're going to group break. I mean, they're on him, but he's really tanky. He's starting to take damage, but Talik, in turn, is dealing a crap ton of damage to Terces. Like, look at those rounds. Talik is doing as much damage to Terces as all of Goliaths is doing to Crelius by himself. Yeah, and you generally want to try to experiment earlier on in the season. If you already have a strategy that you know works, you want to try and experiment earlier on when you can then kind of figure out. Okay, the disarm is going to yeah. Yeah, but I don't think that's awful. I think that puts Stars in a position where they can delay. The disarms do make it hard for Crelius to keep buying time, though. And Talik is going to keep rescuing here.
Yeah, Crelius is not moving, though. I don't think he's very used to what he's supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah. He's,
Well, his mount just died. He can't really...
yeah.
He had a flag crash.
He did.
Oh, I don't know. His mount just died. I'm not surprised he's not.
Ferg takes a dirt kick. So Crelius does die. If Talik can manage to kill Terces with chain, but he's not. Yeah. Oh, he takes a slow. That's gonna be painful. You don't need to do that. You cast haste, please. Please cast haste. Okay. Oh. He casts haste and then immediately takes another slow gourd.
I think this is 2 caps.
Yeah, it's 2 caps, but that's... Okay, the slow gourds at this point from Erok are going to be really frustrating.
Run multiple rooms away, go get himself hasted.
Yeah. So Sabien does have the flag now. But I still don't hate this position from Stars. This is a very returnable position from them.
Okay, so Opherion came out now. So we're looking at a 2-4 situation. It's going to be another 3 ticks.
I think
Maccus came out.
I think that Stars just needs to buy time, not worry about trying to stop. Ooh, E-Train onto Opherion from Erok. That's painful. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like that. I think you let them get the second flag. You counter cap on the third flag if you have to. Once Maccus is out to rescue you, or going to be out, but I do not like it.
We should all be making quap off triggers where you feel yourself slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Way too many slows landing on people.
Fun tips.
Talik,
from Ellery.
Talik takes another slow. Speaking of, okay, and here we go. And this is the problem with capping in this position. You're getting disarmed, you're getting slowed, and now he's gonna die, and he's not gonna be up when the rest of his team is out. He's leaving his bards stranded without their damage source behind them. I think now from here, this is going to turn into a Goliaths running away with the match.
And I think this is kind of the growing pains that these new squads are going to go through, including Root Squad, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's figuring out
When is right to
it's not
cap.
about winning a fight, right? Yeah, it's how do you know the right time to counter cap and tracking deaths and doing all of this.
Because there's...
We struggled with that mightily. Crawford did in Maccus. It's just something that's going to take time to become.
Yeah. It's definitely hard to figure out sometimes because you don't want to cap too early, you don't want to counter cap too early. But if you wait too late to counter cap, it makes it fairly easy to be disrupted from counter capping. And Opherion takes an eye rake. But I mean, Talik is still alive, buying time. So if Maccus can rescue him, and they, damn. Okay.
So it looks like Sabien actually came back a couple moves to finish that.
Maccus gets strangled. Crelius is out now. Man, if Talik,
This is a bar.
yeah, if Talik had not grabbed that flag, I think Stars would be in a great position right here.
It's hard to say. I understand what you're suggesting about waiting till the last cap, but you look at the situation that KCS was in against Hydra, and they got extremely lucky. Rebel did to pick up the flag at the last second.
Well, I don't think the options are do nothing or grab the flag immediately. I think as a Bladesinger, he can go in and harass them with chains without locking himself down with the flag. And I think that's how you buy time instead of just grabbing the flag and putting yourself in a position where you're getting chain slowed and disarmed. Because you've already got one teammate out on the field. You know you've got another teammate coming out in like 1 or 2 ticks. They're still like halfway across the field with the second flag. You've got time. And like if he was alive for 30 extra seconds, then Crelius is out, Maccus is out, he gets healed up, and Stars have a real chance to take control of the field and run 3 flags on him.
Ferg is doing a really good job on the scrambles right now. And I think this is, one of the things that Light Sleeper makes it hard
Yeah.
is really just who's faster on the
And there's another choke.
yeah.
Um, I question the decision to ever use backstab in ACFL. Um, I'm I'm very puzzled by this. Like backstab is something you do, and there we go. Terces gets the flag in for the win. Backstab is something you do in AGL in a 1v1 situation. I think it has extremely questionable usage in something like a 4v4 extended fight where people get to respawn and stuff. I think that amount of damage, there's better things you can be doing with your time.
Yeah, so I think I want to say that Stars did start off better than I was anticipating they would. I think I think they did a good job getting the damage out, regrouping, and they had an initial plan, but I do think that they just they didn't really think about what happens next.
Yeah, I agree. I think overall they played well, showing again the strength of double bard, which is like it's a tough nut to crack. Like it's a lot of healing, and it's healing that they get to do while they're kicking your ass. Um, and I think you know things go a little bit different. If maybe some of Goliath's eye rakes don't hit them. If if Talik waits an extra 30 seconds before trying the counter cap, maybe just harasses instead of going straight for the flag. I think maybe things end up differently.
There is a nexus outside of the Stars arena. Just outside the Hong arena.
Okay,
Because I'm the best.
you are. It's true. All right, and this is good because I definitely do not need to be like running around through fucking Abaddon. So northwest through the gate. Okay.
Yep, northwest and then
All right. I should probably remember to bet, huh? So that was a good match. I think Stars did very well for themselves in their premier match this season. Goliaths is a known entity that's going to be one of the harder teams to take down this season. Obviously, they just won the Magma Cup and the Shield Tournament back to back, and they were the second place finishers in season 7. So, and their lineup has not changed. Everybody else a lot of other teams have been able to catch up, but Goliath has a team that they can work with. I think the only real change is that Erok is now a warlock, and obviously, as we just saw, that is meaningful. But it's gonna be tough to deal with.
Alright, you want to see if you can fix the audio now?
Good. Give flare to assassins. Assassins still have tons of utility in choke and G-Con and all this, and then Nightshades get something actually useful that they can do. That's where I feel. Whoops.